season is fresh. What are coaches looking for from their players?
You know, B.A., they want to see execution on the game plan that's been set in practice. The X's and O's, can they bring it to life? I mean, that is what they're expecting.
Now, New York starting five. They've got Jalen Brunson.
Oh! I can't believe he just did that! Now that is incredible. Just wow.
Now here's Brunson. Towns outside. Clock at 6. New York needs to get off a shot here. Here's Jones. That's in. Coming off an assist from Towns.
That's a great feed by Cat. Those assist numbers have improved big time over the years.
Well, we know he can shoot it, Doris, but Karl Anthony Towns is most effective when he's also working in the paint.
B.A., he has such an effective arsenal offensively that he's most effective when he's getting to each of those aspects. So, you have back-to-the-basket skills, no doubt. If there's a mismatch, go at the mismatch. But he is also so effective as a driver. Straight line, with intent, and efficient off the bounce. He can also hit a mid-range. There is nothing he can't do on the offensive end.
Here's Favors. After the basket by New York. Into the lane. And the dunk by Favors.
Big time two-hand slam.
And right on top of the defender, too. That's got to feel good. Here's Brunson. Sarr pulls it in. For Washington, they've gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. Favors against Anunoby. Oh, big finish!
Oh, did you see that? Come on now, guys. That's flat out insane.
Hey, when's the last time you saw a jam like that? Outside Brunson. Releases. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. It's Washington. They're up by 4. And we'll be back with you shortly. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And what do you think about how the Wizards are doing here?
Well, their offense is clicking so far, capturing the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
All right, Doris, for the Knicks, would you run a 2-man with Brunson and Cat or stagger their minutes?
B.A., I think the answer is you do both, obviously. But if you stagger it, it's because of what they're not doing on the defensive end. Teams will target Brunson and Cat because they are not elite defensive players. But at the same time, they are both elite offensive players. And there will be moments, particularly late game, where you want your best players on the floor. So
Wow! That type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. And stolen by Favors. And the dunk by Favors.
And this kind of play is only going to grow their lead, holding the other guys down on defense and converting on the turnover.
Outside McBride, pass to Kolek. New York working the ball around now. Favors with the help and wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And now a timeout called by Brian Keefe. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. idea of how the league is shaping up right now, take a look at these latest power rankings. Taking a look at Orlando. They're making moves up the standings, claiming that fourth spot.
Seeing where the Wizards are, they have been on fire as of late, blazing a path up the rankings with the best record in the league. Now they just have to keep this incredible momentum rolling.
There's 49 seconds left to play in the first half.
He's officially taken over this first half, making all the right reads.
And Brunson's got the ball here for the Knicks. Trailing by 10. To the middle. Jones against Favors. Jones misses. The Wizards have gone 3 of 3 to begin the second. Fires the three, and Favors good for 3. Favors has got 17.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Well, what great game planning, what great execution. It doesn't get much better than this.
6 on the shot clock. Jones. Ooh, nothing falling for them right now. It'll count. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
They already had the momentum going to the break. Now they've got even more of it.
And so it's Washington with an impressive 16-point lead heading into the break. They've had incredible success defensively, taking away good looks and pressuring shooters. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Well, Carl, they're scoring pretty easily. What has to change in the second half?
Our whole defensive system right now, because it's just not working. It's not the coaches, it's us as players. We're letting them get too much fast break. They're doing a great job, and they're hitting some shots, so we got to be able to make them miss.
Best of luck.
Thanks very much, Allie. We'll be back soon to start the second half of basketball.
Hello and welcome. Before we take a look at the action from the first half, a brief overview of some upcoming games.
You know, right now for Washington, great start to the year. They came in prepared both mentally and with the game plan.
Yeah, winning the first 2 games of the season would give them a huge confidence boost. And going back now to that first half, you could say things are going extremely well for the Wizards.
They're clicking offensively, making the right decisions, and of course, making shots.
And they say it's a make or miss league, and that's mostly true.
That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the third period.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. So on the floor for New York, we've got OG Anunoby. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Jalen Brunson. And it's Jones in at the 2 guard. And Brunson, here we go. And the layup is good off the glass. Brunson's got his second basket on the night. And it sure seems like post play has evolved quite a bit over the past decade or 2.
Yeah, it really has. I mean, there aren't many big men who operate only on the low block anymore. But if they do, they're considered throwbacks.
And so now a timeout called by Brian Keefe. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. taking a look at last year's stats. Here were the players that led the way in terms of steals. Cam Whitmore on top.
And we saw how effective he was on defense last season, taking pride in mucking things up and being an absolute pest, grabbing all those steals.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, OG Anunoby is so disruptive. He's led the league in steals, and he said, I want to be the defensive player of the year. I've always thought I was the best defender in the league. I'm athletic enough, strong enough, and smart enough to defend every single position. Ryan, back to you.
Very confident. Thanks much for the report, Allie. Favors in the post, and the dunk by Favors.
And when it comes to assists, Young is on another level. He's got such a gift for feeding his guys.
And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Towns up top. Got a piece of it, and stolen by Favors. And it's Washington on the break. And the dunk by Favors.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
There's 49 seconds left in the third quarter. Outside Brunson. Just 5 to shoot. Here's the three. It's rebounded by Washington. After this game, they can look for...
Oh!
A big finish right there!
He destroyed the rim. Everything is dropping for them. Just a terrific third period run.
And I think it's been all about their offensive efficiency, shooting the lights out in this quarter.
Towns passes to Brunson. Blocked! Got it up. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's the Washington Wizards continuing to pile it on, up 22 as we head to the break. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. We'll be right back with you shortly. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm Assist of the Game.
And the winner today, coming from an unlikely position, is the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
But we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. We've got Sarr. Whitmore is out there with Keyshawn George. Then it's Trae Young, and it's Favors in at the 2. That's the 5 on the floor for the Wizards.
He's putting the team on his back. Incredible scoring performance thus far.
And New York has possession. Offensively, it's been a struggle for them.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Brunson against Young. And Brunson with the bucket on the assist by Towns. 6 points for Jalen Brunson.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Wizards.
They looked to run anytime they could.
They set the tone with their pace. Their transition game was excellent.
And this one concludes with their second victory of the year. Towns outside. Here's Brunson. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Brunson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Listen, we know this guy has got a solid offensive arsenal. You've got to stay on point defensively.
A minute 4 left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Pass to Whitmore. Back to Favors.
Got to give them respect. They're doing everything they can to close this out.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
Jones with a screen on Favors. And Brunson, here we go. Here's Diawara, guarded by Young. Diawara passes to Jones. Here's Brunson outside. They get it back. Second chance shot. Misses the layup. And here's Washington. The 3, Favors. Nails it from 3. Favors got 37.
With very little left on the clock, they've got a comfortable lead, and the fans are loving it.
Well, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
The shot by Towns, no good.
He's got a great defensive mind. He gets good position and affects the release.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
So we see the Wizards taking the W here. We saw two different teams tonight. One played with confidence, operating flawlessly. The other just looked lost.
And the energy in this building was awesome. The crowd was involved from the jump, and once they started to really pour it on.
Trey, you guys had a look in your eyes tonight. How satisfying was it to get this win?
I mean, it feels great. It feels great getting a win. At the end of the day, I mean, I'm just here to help my team win, whoever we're playing against. And
all right, Allie, thanks. It's great stuff there. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our 2K team, this is Brian Anderson signing off. So long, everyone.